office. The report says checks and cash were reported missing, along with some funds that belong to the district and some that belong to support groups with the school.
The timeline that has been indicated is from July 1st of 2014 through December 18th, 2014.
Sheriff Kelly says an exact amount will not be determined until an audit takes place.
We haven't identified any person as a suspect. Everyone is going to be questioned and interviewed.
He says they'll focus on anyone who has had access to certain accounts. While the sheriff's office says they don't have any suspects, the school district has taken action recently against one of their own. Brad Martin, who just started a new contract as superintendent with the schools in August, was placed on paid administrative leave Tuesday. We were told the board is not at liberty to release any additional information because their attorney has said it's an ongoing investigation and information is confidential. 2 News Investigates found Martin's salary for this school year is $118,000.
We anticipate that we will continue this investigation for the next 2 weeks during this period when school is out of session, and we will collect all the evidence and then present the entire case to a Clark County grand jury.
Twice I tried to call a number listed for Martin, but was told it had been disconnected. I also checked with the Ohio Board of Education. A spokesperson there tells me they can't confirm if they're involved, but did tell me Martin has no previous disciplinary action with them. Natalie Tendall, 2 News Investigates.
Also at 6, we're learning more tonight about a 17-year-old struck and killed in Middletown this morning. Marsha Bonhart with the message that might just save a life.
According to investigators with the Ohio Highway Patrol, 17-year-old William Brandon Sheik II was going to work when his life was cut tragically short just this morning. Investigators were called to State Route 122 near South Dixie Highway at about 6 o'clock this morning. It's believed Sheik was trying to cross that 4-lane divided highway in an area without a crosswalk, and neither did it have good lighting. He was hit by the vehicle driven by a 45-year-old woman. Sheik was pronounced dead at the scene. We asked troopers about the lessons we can learn from this tragedy. They say just being aware of your actions and your surroundings, those are the keys.
I think the message would be just overall traffic safety is watch your speeds. No indication she was speeding at this time, but obviously slower speeds are better. And if you're a pedestrian, make sure you're crossing in crosswalk areas and or try to find a lighted roadway. There's traffic lights out here, but it wasn't very well lit out here this far out of town.
No charges have been filed, but the investigation is ongoing tonight. The driver was taken by a family member to Atrium Medical Center for minor injuries. Reporting live, Marsha Bonhart, 2 News, working for you.
A man wanted on murder charges in Georgia is now in the Greene County Jail. The U.S. Marshals SOFAST Task Force arrested Joshua Mulder at the house on East 2nd Street this afternoon in Xenia. He's the suspect in a 2006 murder in Cobb County, Georgia.
Got him to custody. He didn't say anything, but he wasn't surprised. He knew we were coming eventually. He's been on the run since 2006, so he knew his time was going to run up eventually.
And Mulder is now awaiting extradition down to Georgia. And new information about that Dayton police officer punched in the face that you saw here only on 2. Police arrested Owen Whitaker Thursday at a home on South Horton Street. A woman who was there to check on his mental health was attacked and taken to the hospital with severe jaw injuries. When officers arrived to help, they say the patient continued to be combative and punched the officer. Police used a taser to subdue the man and get him into handcuffs. According to the police report, Whitaker pulled a rifle on the healthcare worker and also exposed himself to her several times. Whitaker's due in court on Monday.
Live pictures now in Dayton, a number of area bridges in need of repair. But we found that getting the money to fix the bridges in the roadways you drive on is pretty difficult. New at 6, Jordan Burgess follows up on if there's a safety concern here.
If you do much driving around here, you can probably list off the streets and bridges that could use a few repairs. But now county engineers are warning that roads may only get rougher in the future if their funding isn't changed.
The Peace Bridge, now with a few less pieces.
They're just wearing out faster than we can replace them.
That bridge, which takes 3rd Street over the Great Miami River, is one of more than 60 in Montgomery County alone in need of repair or redesign. We wanted to know how dangerous those bridges are for traffic.
Is it a safety issue for drivers? I mean, worried about something happening on the bridge?
Well, if as long as trucks pay attention to the load limits, We'll post a load reduction if it's necessary for safety, and we may close bridges eventually if we really need to.
So if the county knows those bridges are in need of repair, why isn't it fixing them? Montgomery County engineer Paul Gruner says the problem is in 25 years, his budget has gone up 8%, while construction costs have gone up 100%.
The roads are becoming rougher. They will continue to do that until we get some kind of funding assistance.
Gruner and other county engineers are asking Ohio lawmakers to increase their budgets. Gruner says that would likely mean you'd pay more in license fees.
We're not asking for a huge increase, but we're asking for something that gets us a little bit closer to what inflation has been.
In the meantime, federal dollars are helping replace bridges like the Ridge Avenue Bridge here. Plans are in the works to fix the Peace Bridge as well, largely with federal dollars, but the project also requires local money.
We're going to struggle to come up with the local matching share for that.
And Gruner says they'd like to start work on the Peace Bridge in 2019. They've also got 3 other major bridge projects for which they need local funding. Jordan Burgess, 2 News, working for you.
And if you plan to be out on those bridges and roads traveling this weekend, here's Brian Davis with the weather outlook. Brian?
All right, well, thanks, Mark. And first off, we'll take a look at the satellite imagery. And just before sunset tonight, when we lose the clouds there because of night, you can actually see some breaks in the clouds today up into Mercer and Auglaize counties. It looks like it even made it down in northern Darke County before that area just kind of filled in, and that was the end of that. So unfortunately, not much in the way of any sun down here in the Dayton area. And if you're heading out of town tomorrow for that Saturday drive, it looks like we'll see mid-30s around here, dry roads. As a matter of fact, much of Ohio looking for dry conditions back through Indiana up to Michigan, maybe a few spotty showers to the south of us if you're heading down into Kentucky. But it looks like a fairly quiet weekend right before we head into the Christmas holiday time frame. I'll have details of that coming up in your Storm Team 2 7-day forecast.
Next, a violent robbery caught on camera. What these 2 robbers did to a convenience store employee, and have police issuing a strong warning tonight.
And the holiday rush is on. We're live with a look at the crowds and traffic at the malls coming up.
And new tonight at 10 over on Dayton CW. Covered for a cause, why one Ohio man is going all out decorating his home. We're talking Griswold style this Christmas.
Dayton police are hoping the new video of a violent robbery will lead them to the suspects. The video shows 2 masked robbers entering the Smithville market early Thursday morning. Police say they brutally attacked the employee who was just stocking the shelves at the time. The suspects shot the victim in the leg, beat him with a baseball bat, and then they pistol whipped him.
This time of year, we do have an uptick in robberies because people do get a little desperate towards the holidays. However, this robbery was completely violent. I mean, they came in armed. Within moments being inside the door, they already started shooting at the employee.
Now, thankfully, the victim will recover, but police want the community to be on the lookout for these suspects and call Crime Stoppers at 222-7867 if you can help police make the arrest.
Nearly 200,000 Ohioans who use T-Mobile are in for a settlement. The cell phone carrier will be issuing $90 million in refunds for billing customers for texting services they didn't order. This comes after a settlement with federal regulators. The Federal Trade Commission sued T-Mobile back in July. You can submit a claim by visiting T-Mobile's website.
And some songs of the season help to pay tribute to those who have lost their lives living on city streets. The choir was part of the National Homeless Memorial event held in downtown Dayton today. Every year, the day pays tribute to individuals who have died while homeless, and this year in Dayton, that number is 28.
We do know that, the big picture is that health issues, homelessness coupled with health issues, just complicates the whole cycle of homelessness.
And several organizations say they've seen an increase in homeless men and women who go without shelter at least one night a week, leaving, as you heard, leaving them vulnerable to things like extreme weather and violent crime.
Coming up, why you may want to avoid the area around UD Arena this weekend. Plus, vandals don't dim the Christmas spirit at one local display, but the loss is still being felt. The best way you can help, coming up.
And the lines are long, both inside and outside area stores. What shoppers are telling us tonight about the last-minute holiday rush, next in a live report.
And temperatures are dropping tonight amid cloudy skies. What the weekend forecast looks like, that's ahead in your Storm Team 2 forecast. We are just 6 days away from Christmas, and stores and shopping malls are very busy tonight.
And Maytal Levy is live at the mall at Fairfield Commons to show us the crowds and how shoppers are faring tonight.
Yeah, Maytal, busy out there tonight, but it's really going to be busy this weekend.
The parking lot at the Fairfield Commons is packed. We're less than a week away from Christmas. With Black Friday and Cyber Monday behind us, shoppers are pulling out their wallets one last time for Super Saturday. The shopping frenzy starts tomorrow. It's the best shopping day of the holiday season, but because we're only 6 days away from Christmas, tomorrow could easily become the busiest. That's why some mall goers are getting their purchases in today instead of this weekend.
It was crazy inside the mall. It was packed with a lot of people, and I went Christmas shopping for my mom.
It was very packed in there, a lot of families, a lot of little kids, a lot of bags. packed, full court, food court packed. It's just super packed in there.
Tomorrow also marks the day for stores to have extended hours, like Kohl's, which will be open for 24 hours, and Macy's, which will remain open until midnight. Reporting live by the Fairfield Commons, Maytal Levy, 2 News, working for you.
And this will also be the last weekend for Santa's Holiday in the Park celebration in Xenia. Despite the vandalism there we showed you this week, the annual tradition was nearly spoiled when somebody damaged the displays earlier this week at James Ranch Park. But Greene County Park officials vowed the show would go on. It runs tonight and tomorrow from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Park officials are still looking for the vandalism suspects. Now, we checked, and a GoFundMe campaign has already raised $1,200 of the $8,000 they need to cover the damage. And park officials say the best thing you can do actually is to attend tonight or tomorrow and make a donation.
A health insurer providing the centerpiece for many Christmas dinners. Buckeye Health Plan delivered more than 500 hams and 140 turkeys to 10 local organizations. Some of those groups include Goodwill Easter Seals, churches, and various senior living centers. Those groups will be using the donations to help provide holiday meals. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, 12 million adults, 8 million kids live in households without enough to eat.
And looking ahead to what will be a busy weekend at the University of Dayton. Nearly 600 university students will be receiving their diplomas tomorrow. The commencement ceremony, of course, will be at UD Arena. And university officials say the job prospects for those students look pretty good. The Career Services Director says he's seen more students with job offers in hand the past 3 months compared to the same time last year.
Now, Chief Meteorologist Brian Davis and your Storm Team 2 forecast.
And we are expecting those clouds to hang on tonight once again. 29 degrees at 7 o'clock, 28 as we head toward 9 p.m. and at 11 o'clock a 27-degree reading. May see a few breaks in the clouds tomorrow afternoon. Very slight chance we could see a couple of snow flurries tomorrow. 27 at 8 o'clock, 31 degrees at noon, and 33 at 5 p.m. So here's the final big shopping weekend before Christmas. And if you're heading out this evening, about 29 degrees at 7 o'clock, 35 degrees the high Saturday afternoon. May see a few breaks in the clouds tomorrow afternoon, and then clouds mixed with sunshine on Sunday with an afternoon high even getting a little bit milder, up near 40 degrees. Low temperatures tonight, mid and upper 20s, and looking all the way out towards the 24th, Christmas Eve, you can start to see a little bit of a change here in the weather pattern with those below normal temperatures creeping back. Still a lot of above normal readings to the west of us, so we'll stay, well, more like seasonable temperatures going into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but looking beyond that time frame, it may start to turn colder. Lows will be in the 20s on Christmas Day. There will be a chance of snow showers, especially in the morning on Christmas. 1 inch of snow on the ground to be an official white Christmas. Well, it may happen. We'll give it about a 40% chance. That's a little bit higher than what I had a couple of days ago, but still odds are in favor of not having that 1 inch of snow on the ground, but maybe at least we'll have a dusting. That'll make everybody happy. And then it looks like a return to that November weather pattern that we had with temperatures below normal, a real good chance below normal temperatures, and could be a significant departure from normal in the time frame December 27th to the new year. So get ready for some winter weather at the end of the month. Beaver Creek right now, we're looking at a time lapse throughout the afternoon, evening. The cloudy skies out there as night falls. Live Doppler 2 HD, dry conditions here. Maybe a flake falling out of those clouds this evening, but for the most part, we're looking at dry weather into Saturday. Not a whole lot of moisture off to the west and south of us either. Today's high 31. We were down to 26 degrees this morning. Right now, cloudy skies. We're at 30, and calm winds being reported out there. And the temperature at Wright Pat, 30 degrees with light variable winds just a couple of miles per hour being reported. Our weather checkers tonight, 29, Lowell Miller up in Greenville, Pam Montgomery in West Alexandria, 31, and that's generally the spread there, although Don, Chateau, and Sydney at 32 degrees. So a very tight range again tonight with the cloud cover and the light winds. Skies expected to be mostly cloudy tonight. Looks like we'll see a lot of cloud cover as we roll through the day on Saturday as well with those mostly cloudy conditions, and once again a chilly day, only expecting those highs up around the 35-degree mark, seasonably chilly for tomorrow. Tonight, mostly cloudy, down to 26 with light variable winds. Starting the weekend off, mostly cloudy skies, 35, just a very slight chance of a snow flurry. Hour-by-hour forecast, again, a narrow range tomorrow, upper 20s in the morning, low to mid-30s into the afternoon. And your Storm Team 2 7-day forecast, Sunday's high should be up around 40 degrees, morning low of 24. A little bit milder Monday and into Tuesday, into the 40s, even near 50 on Tuesday. Tuesday, but rain chances really going up Tuesday, and we'll probably have early day highs on Wednesday. Falling temperatures with rain showers changing to snow showers, maybe a few flurries around on Christmas Day itself. So the question is, do we get 1 inch to make it an official white Christmas? Too early to figure that out.
Yeah, and important too to keep an eye on your forecast with traveling around the holiday too, because sounds like it could get a little hairy for certain areas.
Very true, but
Yeah.
at least the shopping weekend looking good.
You're in the clear. All right, Brian, thanks.